All right, guys, how's it going? Now, this video is going to be about Real Madrid and Ibrahima Konaté, and I think it's an important video, and I'm going to explain to you why. We're obviously going to touch on Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, or Traitor Trent, as you are calling him. That's going to be the name of the feature on here that I'm going to do, Traitor Trent, when we monitor his progress or lack of it at Real Madrid next season. I was going to call it Trent Watch, but you guys, you guys, Trunks especially, that was on the live stream yesterday, said, nah, call it Traitor Trent. So we're going to do that. But it's an important video. It's going to be a long video. People complain about the long videos, but it's always new people that come to my channel that complain about that. And nobody really gives a fuck what you think if you're new around here, all right? So we're not trying to grow a channel. These videos are recorded for my friends and my channel members, okay? So if it's not your thing, if the videos are too long, you fucking leave. It's that simple, right? So I'm going to explain to you why this is an important article today. So I don't write many news articles these days, but I've wrote one today about this, which again signifies the importance I feel of this particular article. And there you can see, that's my website, coptalk.com, and there's the article. As you can see, no pop-ups, no adverts all over the place, right? Just saying. So I'm going to be reading the original article to you. I'm then going to go to my article just to pick bits out I might have said, and we'll take it from there. All right, so you might need a cup of tea. I'll try and do it as quickly as I can. Now, if you do not have much time and you are from around these parts, I'm going to try and help you a little bit. And what I'll tell you very briefly is that the article is penned by Jose Felix Diaz, who is the best journalist, in my opinion, regarding Real Madrid matters. Think Paul Joyce and the Times, right? And basically, in this article, he suggests that Konaté could now be the next free transfer that Real Madrid try to make happen next year. Remember, Real Madrid are looking for a centre back for 2026. And remember when we spoke about Dean Huyson, it's always been they don't want to pay the full price for him, the full release clause, because it's come a little bit early. 2026 is the year they want a centre back, and Konaté's contract is up next year, as you will know. So I'm going to try and explain it all to you. And obviously, if I repeat to you, if you already know who Diaz is, this journalist, you're probably thinking, you've told us, yeah, but we've got new people here as well. And as long as they're, respectful of you guys and the community here, I want to help them too. So, the strongest indication yet has emerged from the Spanish capital that Real Madrid are now set to turn their attentions to signing Ibrahima Konaté on a free transfer next summer. That's what I wrote in my article to start with, and I'm going to go straight to this now. Alexander-Arnold drives forward the new plan, right? Real Madrid have intensified their successful strategy of signing players out of contract. The Liverpool fullback joins Mbappe, Rudiger and Alaba in this transfer approach. Will Konaté be next in 2026? Now, that's only a question, right? And you can see here, it says there, Konaté in 2026. It's only a question, but mark my words, right? That is more than a question, trust me. So, Marca is the Real Madrid newspaper. There's AS as well, but Marca's the main one. Very pro-Real Madrid, propaganda, etc., etc. So powerful is this publication that President Florentino Perez at Real Madrid, they say he writes the articles. So it is used to destabilize. It is used to get messages out there. It is used to send signals, and etc., etc. Now, during all the Trent Alexander-Arnold stuff, obviously I was getting people in here saying, you don't listen to them, they're full of shit, Trent Stein, blah, blah, blah. But Diaz was the journalist that has got everything right. And I spoke to him, right? I spoke to him about the Trent stuff. My Spanish isn't fantastic, as Brendan Rodgers would say, but I got a little bit of help with that. And it's good to have that kind of, just that little bit of intel sometimes, because it was helping me convey a message to you guys as well, I think. And those of you that have been around here a long time, I think we're, from the feedback you've said, the coverage of the Trent stuff, we've been spot on with it, right? Now, in this article, Diaz, so when I see Jose Felix Diaz write an article, all right, might be involving Liverpool, I listen. Just like I would if it was Joyce to do with Liverpool, right? Or Ornstein to do with Liverpool. We listen, right? Of course, there are always times with our journos, Joyce and Ornstein, Diaz at Real Madrid, where there is propaganda, etc., right? But let's go through this article. The signing of Alexander-Arnold fits perfectly into the transfer strategy Real Madrid have been leaning into in recent years, one that's paying off handsomely. The club prefers to bide its time and pounce when the market opens up opportunities. The current aim is clear. Target players who can resist the pressure from their clubs to extend their contracts and then snap them up on a free when those deals expire. Mbappe, Alaba and Rudiger all boarded the Madrid train this way by running down their contracts at clubs like PSG, Bayern Munich and Chelsea. Now it's Liverpool. These kinds of deals are underlined in red in Madrid's transfer playbook, and Alexander-Arnold won't be the last. So who's next? Could it be Konaté in the summer of 2026? Time will tell. The arrival of the England right-back has been slow-cooked, carefully built over time, but always with firm belief that it was a serious move. This wasn't some ploy to squeeze a bigger wage out of Liverpool during renewal talks that never materialised. Alexander-Arnold and his representatives have been honest and upfront with Real Madrid from the beginning. Now, I think some Liverpool fans will say, shame he weren't so fucking honest with us, Liverpool fans, right? There was no bluffing, no attempt to spark a bidding war off the back of Madrid's interest. And, during all that situation, the commentary that I provided, I was saying, I don't think it's about money. People say, is you doing it to get a better deal? Nah, no way. Remember, the key message that was conveyed throughout was Trent and his people are continuing to stress to Real Madrid they will not U-turn, especially after Alphonso Davies did, right? So, and I think that's what made me believe it was really going to happen, was that statement that was continually coming out of Madrid. The Liverpool fullback is the polar opposite of Alphonso Davies, who cashed in on Madrid's interest to negotiate a bigger renewal with Bayern. So much so that the German club is now tied into paying him 22 million euros a year. There's no denying that Madrid and Alexander-Arnold have been talking for months, over a year in fact. His yes didn't come out of the blue. But it wasn't until December that the player finally informed Liverpool of his desire not to sign a new deal and instead join Real Madrid. On December the 27th, 2024, Marca revealed the defender's conversation with Liverpool's top brass, where he openly declared his dream to wear the white shirt. And then it says winter transfer window. So serious was the situation that Madrid chiefs even tabled 2 offers in January to try and sign him during the winter window. It would have been a dream addition for Carlo Ancelotti and Real Madrid as they approached the business end of the season. Carvajal's injury created the urgent need to bring in Alexander-Arnold early, but Liverpool wouldn't budge. The player respected that decision, recognising it wasn't the right time to walk away from the only club he's ever known, especially not when they were battling for the Premier League and Champions League. In the end, he'll leave through the front door, lifting the league title on his way out. Deal done in bold. Deal done, or that done always. My version of done varies from journalists and fans. Anyway, with the players' yes in the bag, Real Madrid remained calm and ignored other right-back options during the January window, confident that the England international would arrive. And that is exactly what this journalist told me privately. That arrival is now just days away from being made official, as Alexander-Arnold has confirmed he's leaving. He too stayed firm, unshaken by Liverpool's final lucrative renewal offer. It didn't matter. His future lies with Real Madrid. The Alexander-Arnold era at Liverpool has come to an end. At 26, the defender is ready to start a new chapter at Real Madrid in the very city where he lifted his first and only Champions League trophy back in 2019, beating Tottenham at the Wanda Metropolitano. Now, that is the article written by Diaz. I just want to cross-reference against my article here. Excuse me one moment, please. This is the important bit that I wrote in that article. Take it from us. If Diaz is publishing that question about could it be Konaté in the summer of 2026, you can take it as set in stone that Konaté is definitely on the Spanish giants' radar. Diaz also recently stated that Alexis McAllister had been discussed at boardroom level at the Bernabeu. Fortunately, the Liverpool midfielder has 3 years remaining on his Anfield contract, and he's just one of several names Real have considered, or are considering, right? There's no suggestion at this stage that they're preparing any kind of approach. Now, why is all this so important? Why have I gone to the length of writing a news article? Why have I flagged it up on the members' website and everything? And why am I trying to get you guys to listen, right? I think I've stressed it enough that Diaz is the man to listen to. We know that this publication is used to get a message out there. Konaté's situation, we cannot allow the contract catastrophe that we endured as supporters the last season. You know, the Salah, the Virgil van Dijk, the Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think that I don't know where you were with it all individually during the last season, but I think the vibe we gave on here was, you know, we'll renew 2 out of the 3. Trent will go to Real Madrid. But we don't want to be in that situation again. We cannot allow ourselves to be in this situation again. Many years ago, you know, people talk about McManaman and Owen, right? And people say to me, is he as bad as them? Is he one of them now? Some people think that he's worse because they left because Liverpool were not the Liverpool today, right? So if you think back to those players, they carried Liverpool. You know, and it was, maybe they was just like, you know, I just want to go and win something, like, you know, enjoy my football and not, whereas Trent's winning everything and could win everything. So some people think that it's worse for him. And the Konaté situation, we cannot allow that to go past this summer, in my opinion. So what I'm trying to convey here to you is, yes, this is only a question. This is only a question. And if I was to write clickbaity headlines or video titles, people would say, hang on, Chubbs, he's only asking a question. But you have to understand it more. It's deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like, it's out there. It's published. It's there for a reason. He's not just saying, oh, could Konaté be next? He knows what he's fucking doing. Trust me, right? And we just can't allow that situation to happen. With McManaman, I remember, you know, at the time, it was like, this must never happen against Liverpool players, must not get into the last 2 years of the contracts. Alarm bells at 18 months. Panic, right? Now, there's part of me feels, and I haven't got this based on any communication from anyone, right, that I felt like Konaté was being lowballed, right, by Liverpool. And I don't know if that's true. I think what can happen is you can allow yourself to fall into, you know, negativity because Salah wasn't renewing, Virgil wasn't renewing, Konaté is not renewing, and Trent's not renewing. So you start to build up a little bit of resentment maybe to the ownership and obviously the people that are FSG out, they'll be using it every time, do you know what I mean? But I just felt with Konaté that he was being a bit lowballed. But now I'm starting to get a little bit suspicious, right? Now, we've seen Konaté mentioned with Real Madrid before. People might watch this video and newcomers go, yeah, but hang on, Chubbs. We've heard him mention with PSG and Real Madrid. But it's all about who's saying it. You know, the Twitter twats are irrelevant. The content creators are irrelevant. The aggregators are irrelevant. You know, it's when it starts getting credible. And when he starts mentioning Konaté and McAllister that he did the other week, that's when I go, oh, hang on a minute, right? So whether you believe Konaté has got some kind of contact going on there through his representation, or they're trying to filter a message through or whatever, right? It doesn't matter whether you think Konaté's doing anything right, whether he's been offered a good deal, whatever. What I'm trying to say is, Konaté, you have to sign a deal this summer. If Liverpool don't get him to sign a deal this summer, even if they're lowballing him or whatever, they've got to sell him. They've got to sell him because if they don't, I guarantee these will go for him. I'm telling you. We're going to see more of this. I review the Spanish football dailies every single day, right? Started doing it because of Trent. And I've got a new YouTube channel all about it, Golazo España. The link is in the video description. You'll see it pop up on the screen. Please come across, right? And if you're one of those people that have watched these updates, these frequent updates, you will know what's coming. You will know that this is going to blow, unless there's unless it's resolved. And I can't go through any more of it. And I can't see our club being ripped off and losing. Well, is it being ripped off if they're not managing it properly? Who knows? I don't know. I think many people out there think that, and I was reading this on the members' website earlier today, I think many people feel that Konaté wants to go to PSG. I don't. I've always thought, I'm not so sure about that. It's a little bit too obvious for me. I just got this little bit of suspicion that there's something going on here with Konaté in the background, or it's about to start. And mark my words, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards will have read the same shit that I've read today and will be thinking the same as me, right? I'm not saying that article is going to change Liverpool's policies or that they're going to do anything differently, but they'll be aware of it. And they'll be aware of who's saying it. And they'll be thinking, oh, hang on a minute, is there something? Do you know what I mean? So the message here, the reason for this video is to tell you, Konaté, don't be going all anti-ownership and all that. And I know when they deserve to be criticised, fair enough. But if Konaté doesn't resolve his situation soon, we're going to risk going into that situation where Real Madrid say, hey, listen, sit there, fuck them, come and play for us, right? Because this is what Perez does. And that, my friends, in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, is the start of it, even though it appears to be an innocent question, all right? Now, 2026, they were looking for a centre-back, all right? Huijsen, maybe they'll go for Dean Huijsen. The latest that we were told was that, and this was way before Huijsen was even fucking really mentioned in the British side of things, was that Real Madrid don't want to pay the full release clause. It's a year too early. So if they're looking for a centre-back in 26, can they get Huijsen to sit still, and stay there? Or are they going to say, do you know what, we can get Konaté on a freebie next year? I know it's a lot of like speculation and stuff, but I guarantee you that's what's going through their minds at Real Madrid. And I think it's alarming. All right, so there you go. That's it. I'm sorry if the video's long. I know it's 18 minutes. I probably haven't explained things the way I would like to explain them. But it's important. So the message in the video is Konaté has to sign or they've got to bomb him out. All right. And I kind of feel bad saying that because I like Konaté. I think he's nice. And through the season, I've always had this more of a, nah, it's FSG, it's them, the low balling him. We've got all this shit going on with Trent and Virgil and Mo, and now it's him. And you fall into that trap, all right? But for all we know, his representation could now be going, oh, I see you, do you know what I mean? Don't trust him. Don't trust any fucker, mate. I'll leave it with you. I don't think this is a very good video. I don't think I've done a very good job of it, to be honest. But if you've struggled to understand it, go to coptalk.com. There is a news article on the front page. It's there behind me. Look, there you go. You can go and read that. And maybe that'll be a little bit more easier for you. Did I explain it right, do you think? Have I done all right? I'm asking that of my regulars around here. All right, newcomers will be like, yeah, fucking. I can't be doing with them. Someone said yesterday, oh, just fucking ignore the first fucking whatever. I just blocked him straight away. Take no prisoners around here, guys. No fucking prisoners at all. Right, I'm done. Right, I've got a live stream on here at 1 o'clock UK time if you want to join me, okay? My opinion is Real Madrid are already targeting Konaté. Liverpool are going to have to sort that situation out. Same with Luis Diaz as well, We know Luis Diaz wants to go to Barcelona, but we know Barcelona are a bit fucked at the minute, but I'm sure that's due for a review. They're on the 1-4, remember, financially, but the 1-1, I've got a feeling that can change at the end of June. I can't remember, but I will let you know, right? So Don't forget, I check these papers every day for Liverpool stuff for you, all four. And I also do a video in general of everything to do with Spanish football, if you like, the main talking points every day on Golazo España. All right, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you got the video, you know what I mean? Like if you thought, oh, that's helpful, you know, thumbs up the video, please. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee, support the channel, you can hit the super thanks button under the video. I always give a shout out to everyone that does that every morning, the next day on my other YouTube channel, Duncan Oldham. I do the morning briefings on there. Always give my acknowledgements to everyone that supports me. And of course, you can become a channel member as well if you'd like. You know, it's just helping a brother out, that's all. You know, those people with the football next to the name in the comments, they're the heroes around here, right? Don't forget that. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. I'll see you at 1 o'clock live on here. I've got a lot more stuff for you today, but I'm struggling with time. I'm running out of time. Speak to you in a bit.